Let's go to the NFL, guys. We are keeping an eye on Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who has a slight tear in his calf muscle, reports ESPN. He's also dealing with a significant strain. Now, the injury is not expected to sideline him for Sunday's playoff game against Dallas, but could impact his mobility. In fact, we've already seen that kind of affect his mobility already. But a doctor familiar with the injury says that the question is whether he will be 95% or 50%.
It's quite the difference, Michael.
It really is.
Yeah,
I think it's closer to 50, isn't it? How much of an impact will this have on his game?
Well, we'll have to see early on, especially how much did the extra week of being off end up helping Aaron Rodgers be able to get in the training room, get some extra treatment, and not have to go out on the field and run around and get ready for a game. So he had that week off, and I'm sure the coaching staff is being very precautious with him as far as how they're going to ease him into, how much they'll let him do during the week. Because, guys, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Tom Brady has championships. Peyton Manning is towards the end of his career. Drew Brees, I think, showed us that he's still got a little bit of the ability to throw it to the other team. Right now, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback. And even 50% is a big difference. But if you got a 60, 70, 80% Aaron Rodgers, that's better than about 75% of the National Football League.
And not only is he the best quarterback, he's probably the MVP of the league as well. But it should be an interesting matchup because the Cowboys are undefeated on the road. The Packers are undefeated at home. I just don't know if I like the Green Bay Packers to have an ailing Aaron Rodgers because regardless, you're planning with both legs. He's going to be completely immobile. He'll move around the pocket. But there's added pressure, not only on the running backs to establish the run, but also the offensive linemen to give him that much more time because you know that he's not going to get outside the pocket.
I can't help but think that the frigid temperatures might factor into his play as well, especially with an injury like that, right?
Yeah, and we saw earlier in the season with Tony Romo on his back, Aaron Rodgers likely going to get one of those so-called injections to help him somewhat numb up the pain a little bit so he can go. Aaron Rodgers saying all the right things. He said, I'm going to play.
Right,
don't have to worry about that. I'm going to play.
I mean, your next
it's just
option is Matt Flynn.
Once he gets outside the pocket, does he have that same gear that he normally does?
Right, and of course the Cowboys are preparing. They have every expectation that Aaron Rodgers will play the entire game.
Entire game, yeah.
Okay. We got more NFL.